Absolutely. Yes, 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 yes. Absolutely mind blowing, mind blowing. Okay. So for that again, once you install Merlin Chrome extension, Merlin has use case on Google as well. Merlin has use case on YouTube as well. All right. So let me just go on YouTube. Okay. And let's say I want to like let's say I have to decide if I want to watch this video or not, and I'll just click on this video. Okay. And I want to get summary of this video. All right. So I'll just skip that. Okay. So now let's say I want to like decide if I want to watch this video or not. What I'm going to do once I have installed Merlin on my Chrome, I'll be getting window like this. I'll be getting window like this, right? And I can just click on summarize this video and let's wait for 10 seconds, right? Boom! I have summary of complete video with timestamp. What is happening at what timestamp? Who is absolutely mind blown? Who is absolutely mind blown? Like understand, getting to know this particular method of watching YouTube videos. Absolutely mind blown, crazy, right? Nothing, just open your YouTube. Once you have installed Merlin, right? Once you open your YouTube, you'll be seeing this window and just click on summarize. Good, awesome, great. I love you. Love you back, guys. Right? Thanks a lot for joining in today, right? Absolutely. I feel the same way that you are spending your time like learning these tools and trust me, in future, if people do not know how to leverage AI, they are going to become irrelevant in upcoming 1 year, right? So I can guarantee you that. So seeing those many changes happening right in front of our eyes, right? So creating cinemas, right? Creating cinemas used to have like 300 crore, 400 crore budget, right? Creating cinemas used to have 300 crore and 400 crore budget. And OpenAI launched their Sora, right? OpenAI launched their Sora. And trust me, guys, like these videos are completely AI generated. These videos are completely AI generated. Just imagine what will happen to actors, what will happen to video editors, what will happen to this cinematographers. Do you think they will be able to retain their job? Can you imagine like this video is AI generated? Who is absolutely mind blown and scared as well, like what is happening right in front of us, right? So this video is also AI generated, right? This video is AI generated. This video is also AI generated. Just imagine like when I saw this, even I was tricked into believing that this is the original video, but this video is AI generated, right? So I'll just share URL with you guys. If you are interested, you can go through this new project of OpenAI and just imagine like what is going to happen. Like if you do not integrate AI for your day-to-day work, right? So just see, this is also AI generated, right? So can you please repeat YouTube partners? Okay. So nothing. Once you install Merlin on your on your Chrome, just go on YouTube, right? Just go on YouTube, and here on YouTube, let's say you want to watch any podcast, right? Once you open that video of that podcast, you'll be seeing option of summarize in the corner. All right, you'll be seeing option of summarize in the corner. Let's say I want to watch this video, so I'll just click on this video, and if I want to get summary of this video, what I'm going to do? I'm going to click on summarize this video. Okay. Okay. So once I clicked on summarize this video, I'll be getting summary of that video in 5 to 10 seconds. Okay. So I got summary of complete video right in front of me, right in front of me, right?
Is
So it's
it
absolutely
free?
mind blown. Like,
A couple of people are asking, is it free, guys? All the tools that we are covering are either free or freemium. Okay, so you can definitely use it for without paying anything.
and folks, like, what did I teach you? Like, if you exhaust your limit, what are we going to do? Once you exhaust your limit, what are we going to do? Like, let's say you have a limit of 100 articles per day. What are we going to do? New email ID, right? Life hack. Right. There are many paid tools, but for today's session, I thought like everybody should be able to do it hands-on. So that's why I'm covering all the good ones, right? So me and my team personally, we have researched 1400 tools, right? 1400 AI tools, only AI tools, 1400, right? After going through them, like these are like one of the we have shortlisted top 150, which like everyone should be knowing, right? Every working professional should be knowing this top 150 AI tools, right? And these list is updated every week, right? And out of them, we are right now covering like 5 to 10. All right. Okay. So so now after this, like I have given you bonus tool as well, right? And you have seen like what kind of videos AI is creating, right? What kind of videos AI is creating. Now it is time for like getting artwork done from AI, right? Getting artwork done from AI. Let's say you have really innovative ideas right in your head, and you want to create some clip art and some thumbnail for you, and there is no image available which is describing your imagination. Does this happen with you? Like you have created fabulous presentation and you want to some add some image in it, right? But there is no image on internet that you are finding that is suitable for your imagination. Happened with you? Drop in me if this happened with you ever in your past, right? You want to add certain image and you have like really creative imagination, like you have done research on that topic, and you want to like convey your point. You want to use some quirky image, and you are not able to get that on internet. What if I tell you? What if I tell you you can describe your imagination? What if I tell you you can describe your imagination to AI, and AI can generate that image for you? Would you like that? Would you like that? Yes, that will be awesome. Yes. Okay, I see a lot of excitement. I see a lot of excitement. All right. So the tool that we are going to use for the doing the same is playground.ai. Is playground.ai. All right. So just go on playground.ai. All right, playground.ai, and here click on login. Click on login. Okay, and here click on sign in with Google, and I'll sign in with my account. Okay. Okay. So now I'll just skip the tutorial and I'll just give a prompt. All right, I'll just give a prompt. I'll like let's say I want a image of peacock in front of Gateway of India, right? In front of Gateway of India. So I'll give this prompt: peacock in front of, let's say, Taj Mahal. In front of Taj Mahal. All right. I'll just give this prompt and let's see what happens. Okay. So this is processing the image. This is processing the image. And you can select dimensions and filters from here if you want to play around with it, and it will be giving you similar kind of results. All right. So let's give some time to this. I the link. Okay, I'll just share link with you guys. Okay. Boom. What do I have? What do we have right in front of us? Right. Just see. This is AI. Like this image is a little bit messed up, but you can improve your prompt, right? Peacock in small size, Taj Mahal in big size. That kind of prompt you can improve, and in that way you can get absolutely what result you wanted. Who is absolutely mind blown, right? Who is absolutely mind blown? I will try tiger eating grass. Absolutely, you can try that, right? Speechless. I think that Elon Musk one. Guys, that is an advanced tool. That is most advanced image generation tool that I'm going to cover towards the end, right? That is bonus. Okay, bonus for you guys. Okay, repeat it once. Nothing like just log in into playground.ai. All right, just log in into playground.ai, and once you are logged in, what are you going to do? Right? What are you going to do? You can just like write your prompt over here, right? What kind of prompt should I write? Mm, hybrid of hybrid of let's say mm, lion sitting on elephant. Lion sitting in plane, in aeroplane, aeroplane. Let's see what kind of image we get. All right. So let's give some time to this. By the way, folks, were you aware like you can create these kind of images right now? Whatever image you want, you can create in this way, right? So whatever imagination you have, your imagination, just explain that imagination to this tool, and this tool will create that image for you, right? What you can create, whatever the tiger eating grass or kid playing on moon, whatever you want to create, right? It is crazy and super useful. Absolutely. Okay. Boom. So it has given our lion two heads, but you can give a prompt. You can give a prompt, a lion with one head, right? And it is showing like a royal lion in aeroplane, right? So right now, like you can try out different models. I'm trying here Stable Diffusion, right? So here you can try from different models as well, and you can be specific with your prompt, and you can get good results as well. All right. Okay. Over to you, Aditya. Right.
Okay.
Now. By the way, folks, for next tool, right? For next tool, uh, like I want to ask you, who like, do you know how much speech coach costs? How much a speech coach costs? Or let's say, if you want to schedule your mock interview, right? If you want to schedule your mock interview from somebody experienced, right, who is going to and observe you how you speak, if you are pronouncing it properly, if you are speaking too fast, or if you are speaking too slow, right? No idea. 5K for 40 minutes, absolutely right. Speech coach usually cost 3 to 5K for 1 hour, right? And they take like at least 10 hours of contact. Like you need to spend at least 10 hours, like 50,000 rupees speech coach is going to cost you, right? Now, who here would like to get a speech coach which is best in the world, right? Not at 50,000 rupees, not at 5,000 rupees, right? But at 0 rupees. Me, if I get like I want enough excitement because it is going to prepare you for interviews. It is going to tell you like if you speak too fast, too slow, right? And I practice on it every day, right? You can see like I'm taking class in front of you guys, right? I'm not too fast, I'm not too slow, and I was someone who used to speak really fast, right? But this my speech coach helped me, and this speech coach is AI. This speech coach is AI, and Aditya is going to show you how you can use this AI for your own advantage and make it your speech coach, right? Over to you, Aditya.
Okay, guys. Perfect. So guys, can you all see my screen? So we just learned about playground.ai, which is a very basic version when you want to create images with the help of AI. But you might be facing this, as Kachave just mentioned, you might be facing this, that you really want to practice. Let's say, you have a very important presentation in front of your bosses, or you are applying, you finally got the interview of the job that you have always dreamt of, okay? And you really want to practice for its interview. You want to deliver a very good speech in front of in front of a group of audience. You want to practice for it, but practicing with a speech coach is very costly, and practicing it with someone normal who is not a speech coach, that won't be of so much value to you. But this particular tool that I'm going to be talking about, okay, is going to act as your speech coach and is going to give you the greatest advice in order to help you become the 10x version of yourself in delivering speeches, in delivering in giving interviews, in delivering Zoom presentations as well. Excited for it, guys? Excited for it? Type in excited in the chat box if you're super excited to learn this tool. Excited? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll save hours of our time. Yes. More than hour, it'll save you hours of your time. It'll save you a lot of money as well. It'll save you a lot of money as well. And it'll make you a lot of money as well. If you can crack those interviews, if you can give good presentations, which can get you job hikes, salary hikes, it can make you a lot of money as well. Okay, so the name of this particular tool, guys, is Udly. Okay, app.udly.ai is the link. How does it work? Let's try to understand it with the help of a demo. I'll simply go to app.udly.ai. I'll copy this link and paste it for you guys as well in the chat box. Okay. Now, if you don't have an account, of course, you will need to make an account. But since I already have an account, I am just clicking on sign in. And once I click on sign in, this is the sort of dashboard which will come right in front of us. Okay. Once we have made an account, once we have, signed in, there will be this practice button. Okay. There will be this practice button on the top left. You simply need to go to this practice button. Let's say if you're preparing for interviews, just click on interview. If you want to prepare for a conversation, you can do that. If you already have a recorded video, you can simply click on upload. But let's say if you want to, deliver a presentation, you can click on presentation. So for the sake of this particular demo, we'll click on presentation. Once we click on presentation, a screen like this will appear in front of you. Over here, you basically need to, deliver a speech sort of a thing, basically, which you will be giving in the presentation. Okay. So for that, let's simply click on start. We'll deliver a presentation. Okay, we'll take a random topic. We'll take the topic which we were discussing towards the beginning about the Zomato impact, Zomato Gold impact on Swiggy's business. Okay, I'll simply click on start. Hello everyone, my name is Aditya Goenka and I'm a marketing manager at Swiggy. Today, my boss and I were discussing in today morning meeting that Zomato Gold was launched in the market last week. When Zomato Gold was launched, it created a major impact in the market. A lot of restaurants, a lot of customers have taken the Zomato Gold, partnership. Restaurants have taken the Zomato Gold partnership. A lot of customers have taken the Zomato Gold subscription, and it is an absolute hit in the market. We, as a team at Swiggy, as a marketing team at Swiggy, thought that it is our responsibility to discuss, whatever is happening in the Zomato Gold market, discuss it, make a plan around it, and take actions in order to, stay relevant and, maintain our market share as a food delivery partner in India. Okay, so I delivered this random presentation, not prepared at all, made a lot of mistakes as well. And now once I click on done, I'll click on view analysis. Okay, I'll click on view analysis. And once I click on view analysis, Udly is doing some magic in the backend. Okay, Udly is doing some magic in the backend. Let's see what this magic is. Let's see what this magic is. Is it safe? It is completely safe. Don't worry about it. Okay, what is it doing first? It is firstly transcribing my entire speech. Okay, whatever speech I gave, very small speech which I gave, it is transcribing my entire speech in the backend. Okay, and once it transcribes my entire speech in the backend, you can see over here. Hello everyone, my name is A Goenka and I'm marketing manager at Swiggy. Because of my accent, it was not able to, take Swiggy, Aditya Goenka sort of words, but it has taken the major crux of the entire speech. It has taken. Okay, major crux of the entire speech. It has taken. Now it is asking us, how would you rate your speaking confidence? Okay, so let me click on somewhat confident. Okay, now it is asking me, great, what went well? Let me choose as repetition. So it is taking certain advices from me as well on how I would rate my presentation skills. Now comes this particular part, guys. Ready to be mind blown? Okay, here are key points your audience took away. So it has summarized. Okay, it has summarized our entire speech and made it into a very crisp speech. Basically, if someone has missed the speech, they could simply upload it and they would get the entire crux of this entire speech. You introduce yourself as Aditya Goenka, marketing manager at Swiggy. You mentioned that Zomato Gold was recently launched and has a significant impact in the market. Many restaurants and customers have taken advantage of the Zomato Gold partnership and subscription. As the marketing team at Swiggy, you believe it is important to discuss and plan around the marketing impact on Zomato Gold. Your goal is to take action in order to stay relevant and maintain market share as a food delivery partner in India. How many of you feel that this is a perfect summary of the 1 minute speech that I delivered? Type in perfect in the chat box if you feel that this is a perfect summary of my entire speech. Yes, perfect. Very comprehensive. Perfect. Okay, that is not it. Okay, if you're delivering this presentation in front of your bosses would definitely have a lot of follow-up questions. Agree? Your bosses would have a lot of follow-up questions. Okay, agree? Yes. Now see, Tell me whether this is an apt follow-up question which your boss would ask, and if Udemy tells you that these are the follow-up questions beforehand itself, you can prepare for these follow-up questions and make a very, very good impact in front of your bosses. Okay. Tell me whether this is an apt follow-up question. Can you provide more details about the impact Zomato Gold has had already on the market? How has it affected both restaurants and customers? Do you think this is an apt follow-up question which each and every boss in the world, if you're delivering this presentation in front of your boss, each and every boss in this world would be definitely asking this question? Extremely apt, definitely, absolutely perfect question. Okay, question number 2: what specific action is your team planning to take in response to the launch of Zomato Gold? Can you give us some examples as well? Do you think this is apt? Guys, keep on dropping in apt in the chat box if you think that this is really apt questions. Apt. Okay, perfect. Question number 3: how do you plan to stay relevant and maintain your market share as a food delivery partner in India? Are there any specific strategies you have in mind? Do you think this is a 10x question? And if you are preparing for these questions, you will be able to create such a nice impact in front of your boss. Yes, 1 lakh x. Okay, 10x, 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 100x, 1000x, 10x, 10x. Super. Okay. Have you conducted any research or analysis to understand why Zomato Gold has been so successful? What insights have you gained from this? Very good follow-up question. Follow-up question number 5: are there any concerns or challenges you anticipate in competing with Zomato Gold? How do you plan to overcome them? Apt question. Yes. Yes. Perfect. So via this, you can prepare for these questions. Now, it is also telling me that instead of the 1 minute speech that I delivered, there is another way that you could have done that. Here's another way you could have said that exact same speech, but in a better manner. Hey everyone, I'm Aditya Goenka, a marketing manager at Swiggy. Today, so my boss and I were talking in our morning meeting today about the recent launch of Zomato Gold. Let me tell you, this launch has made quite a splash in the market. Many restaurants and customers have jumped on board with the Zomato Gold partnership. This rephrased version is more concise and fluid, making it easier for the listener to follow. How many of you feel that this is a much more concise manner or speaking the exact same thing that I spoke, but in a very concise manner and very to the point? Type in to the point if you think that this is absolutely to the point. Well articulated, to the point, to the point, to the point, apt, to the point, to the point. Superb, superb, superb. Okay, so this is the suggestions from our speech coach. Moving on to the analytics. Okay, repetition. If you are repeating a lot of words, if you're saying certain things which are highly repeated, it will flag that as well. I used major 2 times, so it has flagged that I have used major 2 times. But if we are doing less than 4% repetitions, it is completely natural. So it is nothing to flag. Talking about non-inclusive words. So if I would have used a word, let's say guys, hey guys. So guys is a non-inclusive word, and if your boss is someone from the female gender or from some other basically if your boss is female, then they would feel non-inclusive. Like it's a non-inclusive word, right? So it is better to you not to use non-inclusive words, and it is being able to flag that as well. Okay, weak words. If I'm using any weak word, it will flag me that as well. Nice job. It's natural to have fewer than 4% weak words, so it is completely fine. But if I have to talk about filler words, so I use 9% filler words. Try getting to 3% by pausing instead of using filler words. Like I used 8 times, I used 5 times, I used 1 time. So it is being able to flag that and tell me that instead of doing that, I can go a bit slower. I can take a bit, I can take some pauses so as to make it to 3%. Okay. Now talking about the conciseness. Overall, you said 47% more than you needed to. Try getting to 30% instead. Okay, so I used 30% excess word, 47% excess words. It is telling me that, instead of using 47%, try to reduce it to 30% by using these paraphrases, which it gave us an example as well. In this coaching section, it gave us an example, right? That we can simply speak like this, which will create much more impact, and it is more to the point. Sentence started, 25% of your sentences started with a. Okay, at 20th second, it is telling me that you can improve on that particular aspect as well. Talking about the delivery, I made eye contact 80% of the time. Total on-screen time was 54 seconds. I made 80% of the time. It is telling me, it is giving me suggestions on how to make more eye contact as well. Pretend your camera is your audience's eye. Centering, it is telling me that I was perfectly centered, so there is nothing to worry about that. It is telling me about smiles, that here are some of your top smiles by duration: third second, fourth to fifth second, 7 to 8 second, 19 to 20th second. You can work on your smile as well in order to basically make more impact in front of your bosses. You will sound more confident if you are smiling, if you are maintaining center position, if you are maintaining eye contact. That is why these things are so important. Talking about pacing, I was paced at 194 words per minute, which is faster. Your pace was fast. Try speaking slower than 170 words per minute, and it will be much better, and your audience will be able to take much more information from you. Talking about pauses, we recommend pausing 1 to 2 seconds between each point, so your audience digests what you are saying. At 5th second, at 36th second, at 34th second, at 32nd second, we should be pausing in order to help the audience digest the information that you are sharing. So this is how you can use Udly as your speech coach and be the best presenter in your office. Be the best presenter in your office during presentations. Be the best presenter during job interviews. Be the best speaker that you have ever known. As simple as that, with the help of Udly. How many of you are mind blown by this tool? Type in MB in the chat box if you're mind blown by this tool, and if this tool will be super helpful to you. Is it free? Yes. As I mentioned, all the tools that we have covered are either completely free or freemium. If your limit gets exhausted, as Kachave gave you a simple hack, just make a new ID and it will work awesome. Best tool. It's awesome. Very useful. Superb. Thank you so much, sir. My God. Yes, absolutely. You can give it camera access. OMG. Super useful. Love you, Aditya. Love you all, guys. Love you, each and everyone present over here. Okay, perfect. Now we are done with Udly. Let's move on to the next tool. Guys, how many of you want to talk to Elon Musk and Albert Einstein? How many of you want to talk to the most famous personalities in the world? Albert Einstein, even though he's not like you won't be able to talk to any of these persons anytime in your life. But if you want to talk to such people, Elon Musk, Albert Einstein, how many of you want to do that? Sundar Pichai, yes. How many of you want to do that? No way, really? Wow, is it possible? Yes, no, no, not possible. Really? Yes, yes. Okay, what we'll be doing? We'll be learning about this particular tool. There is an AI tool via which you can talk to all of these famous celebrities, famous people in the world, and gain their perspective as well by talking to them. Okay, how to do that? With the help of an AI tool. We'll be covering this AI tool as a bonus. Okay, was not a part, but we have added this as a bonus, and we'll be covering this particular bonus tool towards the end of the session. Okay, towards the end of the session, we'll be covering this bonus tool where we'll be teaching you this as well. Okay, sounds good. Can I get a SG in the chat box if it sounds good to you all? SG, 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 SG. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, moving on to the next tool. Tool number 7 takes a lot of time. How many of you feel to people who already code, this particular tool can actually help you become a 10x coder, a 10x version of yourself in coding. And to people who cannot code, who have not written a single line of code, who feels that coding is very difficult, and who have always admired, jobs of your friends or your cousins or of people of, who have a software development background, who have a IT background, and they are making a lot of money by, writing codes for other companies. Okay. Now, with the help of this particular tool, you will be able to write complicated codes. Any sort of code in the world, you will be able to write it. And not just in one language, not just in Python, not just in R, not just in Java, in any language in the world, you will be able to write complicated codes. To people who know coding, you will become a 10x version of yourself as a coder. You will be able to write codes faster, better, smarter manner. And to people who don't know coding, you will be able to write codes, and basically you will be amazed by yourself that you have written this piece of code. How many of you want such a tool? How many of you want such a tool? I'm sharing this tool because I saw a couple of comments that I'm from IT background, software background. I thought, why not? Software development, one of the highest paying jobs, right? So why not share a tool like this? Yes, excited to see. Okay, so guys, the name of this particular tool is Bard or Gemini. Okay, Bard, like it was called Bard earlier, now it is called Gemini. It is a tool by Google. Okay, now using this particular tool, you can actually write pieces of codes as well. How does it work? Let's try to understand it with the help of a demo. You'll simply need to go to gemini.google.com. Let me share the link with you guys as well in the chat box. Okay, share the link with you guys in the chat box. Now, you simply need to give it a prompt. I have, basically, how many of you know about binary search? To people who are doing coding, who are from the IT background, software development background, I am 101% sure that whenever you started learning coding, binary search would have been one such, algorithm, one such code that almost each and every person would have written. Yes, agree. That's the most basic thing. Yes, yes, 100% yes. Every developer, every person, any person who has learned, yeah, some bit of coding as well, they would have learned about, they would have heard about binary search. To people who don't know coding, who have not done coding, don't worry. Binary search, one of the most important things, basic things that you should be knowing when you start to learn code. Now, writing that piece of code requires you to have the knowledge of the software, knowledge of what exactly is required in binary search, basically. But with the help of this particular tool, you actually don't need to do that. What do you need to do? You need to go to Gemini and just enter this particular prompt. Okay, I'm sharing the prompt with you guys as well in the chat box. Okay, give me a Python code to do binary search and print for one test case. Okay, give me a Python code to do binary search and print for one test case. I simply enter this code and click, simply enter this prompt and click on enter. Let's see what is the result that we get. Any tool for SQL, you can use this particular tool for SQL as well. You can use this particular tool, guys. Just see what is going to be happening. Okay, give me a Python code to do binary search and print for one test case. Guys, we have the entire code right there in front of us. I want to know from people who know coding, from people who know coding, who are from coding background. I want to know whether this particular code is absolutely right or not. Absolutely correct. Great. Amazing. Right. Yes. 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 Yes, 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 correct, absolutely correct, 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 correct. Superb, superb. So people who belong to coding background, they have confirmed that this particular code is absolutely correct. So people who do not know coding, don't worry, you can use this particular piece of code and your work will be done if you need to do a binary search. Of yourself as a coder with the help of this particular tool. Type in 10x in the chat box. Type in 10x in the chat box if you really think that this tool is very very powerful and it makes you a 10x version of yourself as a coder. to people who don't know coding, type in 10x in the chat box if you think that this tool will help you, solve those pieces of code which you never imagined that you will be able to do. Simple line of coding, you are being able to write such codes because you know how to talk to AI. Okay, perfect, guys, perfect. But once we have generated these pieces of code, the one thing almost every developer in the world, every coder in the world hates is a code which is filled with bugs. Is a code which is filled with bugs. Writing codes, more than writing codes, the time which is taken by a developer, more than writing codes, more time is required in order to solve the bugs which are there in the codes. How many of you feel that debugging is one of the most difficult piece of job for a developer or for any coder in the world? Dream come true. Wow. Okay. Yes, 100% true. Yes. Frustrating. Okay. Yes. Okay. Via this particular tool that I'm gonna be covering next, you can debug any piece of code in the world with the help of AI. How many of you are excited to know it? How many of you are excited to know this debugging tool? Me? Yes. To non-coders as well. If let's say if you have written a piece of code, if something is not working for you, you can use this debugger in order to debug your pieces of code and make it work for you. As simple as that. So guys, the name of this particular tool is debugcode.ai. Okay, debugcode.ai. Over here, you can choose the language in which you want to, in which you have written the code and you want to debug. So in our case, we had used Python, right? So I'll simply click on Python. Okay, now I will go to this Python code that we had written. Okay, Python code that not that Gemini had written for us. I'll simply copy this. I'll copy this. Okay, let me share the link with you guys. Okay. There is no JS. You can use, there is an option, other option, right? You can use the other option and via that you can go to JS as well. Okay. I'll copy this piece of code. I'll go over here and I will simply just, okay. Wait. I'll copy this. Okay, I'll copy the code and I'll simply paste it over here. Now I'll ask debugcode.ai or codedam.com. Basically the link has been redirected. I'll simply ask it to solve this piece of code for me. Now what is the one problem with this piece of code? Will debugcode.ai work on this piece of code? Will it work? Yes or no? No, guys, because it is the correct code. There is no bugs in this particular code. Okay, there is no bug in this particular code. So what is the bug that it will find out, right? So what you need to do, you need to create a bug in this particular code. Okay, so I'll simply create a bug by, start equal to mid plus one. I'll just remove plus one over here. I'll remove minus one over here. So this way it becomes an infinite loop and this code will never be solved. Okay, this code will never be solved because it has now bugs in it. Now, what will we ask debugcode.ai to do? We will simply ask it to start solving. Simply ask it to start solving. Guys, what is it that we changed over here? We changed mid plus one and mid minus one, right? It should be start equal to mid plus one and end equal to mid minus one. And it has given me this exact piece of code that I should be changing in order to get the correct code out of this particular tool. Guys, MB in the chat box if it is super helpful to you. MB, super MB, MB, 10x MB. Wow, crazy? Yes, that is how crazy this particular tool is. Okay. Now, once we have learned about debugcode.ai, let's move on to the next tool. For this next tool, what is this next tool about? How many of you don't remember any Excel formula but you really need to learn Excel formulas. You need to enter Excel formulas in order to get your work done. How many of you face this particular issue? Don't remember any Excel formula. Me. So many times, me. I face me. I don't remember anything. Me, all the time. Sometimes I need it. Me. Okay, guys, if you want to if you don't want to remember any Excel formula, but you still need Excel formula at the tip of your fingertips, okay, at your fingertips, if you need it, if you want these Excel formulas, there is a tool for you guys. Okay, there is a tool for you guys. Via in that particular tool, you just enter what is the formula that you need, and this particular tool will create that formula for you. What is the name of this particular tool? The name of this particular tool is formula.dog. How does formula.dog work? Let's try to understand it with the help of a demo. Okay, I'll simply go to the website formula.dog. Again, I am sharing the link with you guys. Once you go into formula.dog, you will be asked to, if you don't have an account, you will be asked to create an account. So simply create an account. Again, it works in a freemium model. There are certain free number of tries that you get in the beginning, and then you need to pay, but you don't need to pay. You can simply create a new account for yourself and make it work for you for completely free. Okay, so simply go to formula.dog. Over here, you will get different options: Microsoft Excel, Google Sheet, Airtable, Notion. You will get SQL. Someone was asking about SQL as well, right? So you have SQL option, regex, VBA. You can ask it to explain any formula for you. And in this formula section, you can ask it to generate any formula for you. Okay, you can ask it to generate any sort of formula for you. How does it work? Let's try to see. Okay, so basically you enter whatever formula you need. Whatever formula you need, you enter it over here, and then let's see what it does. Let's say if we want to figure out, whether a student has passed an exam or not. Find out whether a student has passed an exam or failed it. The exam consists of 5 test marks stored in cells, let's say A1 to A5. If the sum of all 5 test marks is greater than 200, return passed, else return failed. Okay, guys, are you clear with the prompt that I have entered over here? Very simple prompt. A student has given an exam which consisted of 5 tests. The 5 test marks are stored in cells A1 to A5. If the sum of all 5 test marks is greater than 200, then return passed, else return failed. Very simple formula I am doing. You can do it for very complicated formulas as well. You just need to enter what you are looking for and then simply click on generate formula. And boom, guys, boom on the chat box. Boom on the chat box. If you are amazed by this particular formula, to people who know Excel, is this formula right or wrong? Right or wrong? If sum of A1 to A5 is greater than 200, passed, return passed, else return failed. As simple as that. You enter it and you will be getting the formulas, copy it in Excel, and your work is done. You don't need to remember any sort of Excel formula from today onwards with the help of this particular tool. Amazing. Amazing. Type in amazing in the chat box. Guys, I want each and everyone to be very participative in the chat box. Type in amazing if you found out to be amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay. Perfect. Superb. You can do it for any sort of complicated formulas as well. Okay, guys. So this was tool number 9. Okay. Going on to the next tool for the day. Which is gonna be one of the most powerful things, most powerful hacks that I'll be teaching you. Okay, guys, how many of you face this issue that you apply for a lot of job interviews? Like, if you're a working professional, you could be a student, you could be a working professional, you apply for job interviews, but you put in your resume by going to that job description, you go and apply for your resume, you send out emails, but you don't get enough number of interviews. How many of you face this, that even after applying for a lot of jobs, you don't get enough number of interviews? Yes, 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 all the damn time. Yes, facing it. Yes, 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 yes. Me. Guys, see, in order to crack the interview, of course, you would need to have knowledge about the job that you're applying for. But even if you have the knowledge and if you're not getting selected for the interviews, you are not getting the job. And that is very frustrating. You know that this particular job is right for you. You can do all the work over there. But somehow your resumes are not getting selected for interviews. Very frustrating, right? Type in frustrating in the chat box if it's very, very frustrating. Frustrating, very frustrating. Frustrating. Okay. So what we'll be learning now, we'll be learning a hack. Okay. We'll be learning a tool via which you can improve your resume. Okay. Via which you can improve your resume and make it specific to the interview, make it specific to the job that you are applying for. If you improve your resume and make it ATS friendly, okay, ATS means application tracking system. There is a system which each and every employer in the world they use, via which they shortlist resumes, and via those shortlisted resumes people are called for interviews, and then in the interviews people are getting selected. But if your resume is not ATS friendly, you won't be called for interviews. And if you're not getting called for interviews, of course, you won't be able to convert your jobs. What if I teach you a method via which you can make your resumes ATS friendly or application tracking system friendly, so that you get the jobs that you're applying for, the chances of you getting called for such interviews increases tremendously. Will it be nice if I teach you this method? Will it be nice? Will be super helpful. Please teach. Yes, so nice. Will be amazing. Very helpful. It will be the best. Okay. So if you want to know this, the next thing that we are going to be learning is the 10x resume hack. And the tool that we'll be using for this, is our very own ChatGPT itself. Okay. We'll be using ChatGPT for this particular purpose itself. Okay. So what we'll be doing in ChatGPT, we'll ask ChatGPT. Okay. So you will give a prompt like, below is my resume. Okay. Now what you'll be doing, you will be copy pasting all the content of your resume, and you'll be copying it and you'll be pasting it over here. Okay. You'll be pasting it over here. Now, after that, what you'll be doing, the job that you're applying for, let's say you're applying for a job on LinkedIn, what you'll be doing, below is the job description. Okay. Now you'll be copying all the content of the job that you're applying for. Okay. The content of the job description that you're applying for, copy and then paste it over here. Once you have done both of these things, once you have written a prompt like this, what you will be doing, you will be just simply writing modify my above resume to make it an ATS friendly resume for the above job that I want to apply for. Okay. So what you have done, you have, below is my resume. You're telling ChatGPT that this is my resume. You're telling ChatGPT that this is the job description. Then you're telling ChatGPT that please modify. You can also act as a resume expert. Okay. Modify my above resume to make it an ATS friendly resume for the above job that I want to apply for. Okay. As simple as that. I see a repeat. Guys, Simply I've done this thing only. I've gone to ChatGPT. I've told ChatGPT below is my resume, below is the job description. Act as a resume expert, modify my above resume to make it a ATS friendly resume for the above job that I'm applying for. ATS means application tracking system. Each and every company, basically uses an application tracking system. Now, I see a question: how to add resume? You can simply copy it. How many of you want to see a demo of this? How many of you want to see a demo of this entire thing? I told you the method. How many of you want to see a demo? Yes? Okay. So I've made a sample resume. Okay. Made a sample resume, a very basic resume, nothing fancy in it. What I'll be doing, I'll simply copy this particular resume. I'll copy this particular resume and I will paste it over here. Okay. I'll copy it. I'll paste it over here. Now, below is the job description. Now you need to put in the job description. So you also need to just copy the content of your resume and paste it over here. Then whatever job you are applying for, let's say you are applying for this data analyst job. Okay. What you will be doing, you will be copying this entire job description, copy this entire job description, and again go to ChatGPT and paste it over here. Okay, so your prompt is complete. Below is my resume. You gave your resume. Then you gave below is the job description. You gave the job description that you want to apply for, and then you are asking ChatGPT to act as a resume expert, modify my above resume to make it an ATS friendly resume for the above job that I want apply for. Now, simply give this particular prompt to ChatGPT. Give this prompt to ChatGPT and let's see what is the result that we get. Okay, to make your resume more ATS, applicant tracking system friendly and tailored to the data analyst position you are applying for, I'll adjust it accordingly. Okay, so your guys MB in the chat box, once you see the result, okay, your entire resume, okay, has been modified, and such words, your resume has been modified in a manner that it will always pass the application tracking system or the ATS system, via which the conversion rate of you applying for jobs and you getting in selected for interviews will increase tremendously. Guys, will increase tremendously. Believe me when I say that, because your entire resume is now made in a manner so that the company which is hiring for this particular post, they won't be able to reject your resume, because your resume is now completely tailored towards this job description. Once you start applying for jobs with such tailored job descriptions, with such tailored resumes, you will see the kind of impact it will have, on your conversion rate when it comes to your interview calling rate. Okay, this revised version aligns more closely with the job description by emphasizing specific skills and experiences relevant to the position of data analyst. Additionally, it maintains a clean format and concise language to improve readability for both ATS and human reviewers as well. Not just, it is just not making it ATS friendly, it is making it human friendly as well. As simple
Aditya,
as
can you
that.
please type the prompt in the chat box so that everyone can get it?
Of course, guys, I can do that. So what you need to do, let me just, make it over here. Below is my resume. Then you will add below is the job description. Okay. And then you will basically add this prompt that act as a resume expert. Okay, act as a resume expert and make it this. So over here, you need to enter your resume and your job description in order to basically make it a tailored resume for yourself. I'm just copying this prompt and pasting it for you guys so that you can use it later on as well. And guys, this is for a data analyst position. If you want to apply for a prompt engineer position, again, just copy this, copy paste your resume first, then copy paste this prompt engineering position. Okay, just copy this, paste this prompt engineering position to ChatGPT, and then you will then tell ChatGPT, act as a resume expert, modify my above resume to make it an ATS friendly resume for the above job that I want to apply for. So now your resume will be modified to this prompt engineering position that you want to apply for. As simple as that, as mind blowing as that. Type in MB in the chat box if you found this particular hack to be extremely mind blowing. Extremely mind blowing. MB. Of course, guys, one very important thing to note over here, if you're applying for this data analyst position, for this prompt engineering position, this particular hack will get you to interviews. If you're applying for those jobs, it will get you to this interviews, but you need to be able to clear those interviews, right? So you need to have this data analyst skill. If you want to apply for this data analyst position, you need to have that data analyst skills. If you want to apply for this prompt engineering position, you need to have those prompt engineering skills so that you can crack those interviews and get that high paying job that you have always desired for. Amazing.